So what's your experience been like since you're on both sides, on the influencing side and the brand side? What's your experience been like that maybe has been a little bit more eye-opening working with other influencers? Have you kind of, I don't know, I guess had an approach to the way you handled things and then worked with other people and gone, that's interesting?
Yeah, absolutely. I won't name names, but we recently wanted to go into an influencer campaign, actually 2 years ago, with someone who's quite big, over 1 million followers, probably a name that most people would know. And so just approach them in the normal sense, we've got a product, how do you work, what's the deal? And they were being handled by an agency. So the agency came back, these are the rates, this is how it works. And so me being the analytical person, I want to know that if I'm going to put $10,000 into one post, that the return is going to be there, because there's two different ways, sometimes you can't quantify brand exposure, but you also want to be able to quantify sales.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went back to them and said, great, I'm prepared to toy with this idea, but can you show me some past campaign results with similar brands? I want to know what the sell-through rate is like, what kind of following can, I expect, blah, blah, blah. And they just came back and said, sorry, we can't share those details. And so I was really surprised because as a brand, you want to be going into these things knowing what you're going into.
Yeah.
You don't buy a house without doing an inspection. It's
totally.
you want to be going into them with a full understanding of what the return on investment is and the expectations. And so that really surprised me. So coming from that sort of angle, when people don't or can't give that kind of information, sometimes it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Maybe they are over promising and under delivering. I don't know. Maybe they just don't follow up their campaigns with results. Who knows? But yeah, that
interesting though too, like when you think of people at that level and the fact that they have essentially a business manager, like that's a loss of $10,000+ for that influencer, because that business manager hasn't then followed up, got case studies, and been able to provide that level of information to new brands.
Absolutely. And so for anyone, if they are a business manager in that situation, you're right, it was a lost opportunity. And you'd go away and you go, okay, give me a week. I'm just going to go gather all that for you and go get it. Because if I've asked for it, I bet someone else has asked for it, or someone else will in the future. So having that kind of information on hand is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really interesting.